Okay, here we go. All 17 channels are up and running. If you guys missed it earlier today, we had Ron PLACONE on. It was a fantastic interview. We had a great conversation. He's such a great guy, and he's such a great guy for helping us out over here, you know, and just coming over. It really does help the show out. I was thinking about something Tim Black said. He's like, man, I'm not going to help people with their shows anymore because they just stab me in the back. And that's some bullshit. You know, if you don't want people stabbing you in the back, Tim Black, don't talk shit about other people. You know, and if you don't know how to criticize someone's words without attacking them personally, you need to lay off a little bit. You know, it just so happens that Ron PLACONE and I did discuss Tim Black before the show. And do you know what he told me? Kind of broke my heart a little bit. He's like, I don't watch that guy. I don't even know what's going on. And I was like, you know, I assume that we're all paying attention. And this is not a dig at Ron PLACONE in any way. I told him right off the bat, I go, bro, you don't need to be paying attention to anything. I know you got a lot going on right now. You know, he's got a lot going on. So it's okay that he doesn't know what's going on in current events, or hey, Kristen, or what's going on in the hearts back to you, honey. Doesn't know what's going on in the podcaster realm. It's okay. You know, I let him know what was going on, and I told him what had happened. He said, yeah, I heard something about Brianna Joy Gray. And I said, yeah. I said, I think he's just suffering some menopause right now, man. You know, he's just losing his shit. And I've been there, you know, and Tim Black kind of helped me with that. And I realize when I criticize people, fellow podcasters, I don't care if it's Jimmy Dore, you know, my favorite podcasters, or if it's Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder, I generally don't attack them personally. I do. I mean, I'm guilty of it. You know, I go after Ben Shapiro's yarmulke all the time. I find that to be a red flag for a person. So on that level, yeah, I attack him personally, but not out of vitriol, not because I'm disgusted with Ben Shapiro that he's Jewish or that he displays that he's Jewish. That's not why I'm disgusted with Ben Shapiro. I'm disgusted over the fact that he's expected to be this person of great knowledge, you know, a spreader of information, news, and for me, it's a hard pill to swallow when I know that someone is just lying to themselves about a man in the sky, and that their man in the sky is the man in the sky, and it's not the other 200 men in the sky. That's the right man in the sky. It's their man in the sky, and it's just so hypocritical and stupid. That's not a personal attack from me. That is an attack on your ability to not be indoctrinated, and I want you guys to understand the difference there. You know, when I go after Tim Black, hey man, there's a few things I could always attack Tim Black on personally. I refuse to go there. I'll call him a racist when he's saying racist rhetoric. It's not a personal attack. That's commentary on the things he says. Again, not going after him personally. When I go after Steven Crowder, you know, I call him a frat boy douchebag. But, you know, he is. It's not a personal attack on him. And when I talk about Candace Owens, H.A. Goodman, just about anybody, I generally stick to their words. Now, hey man, I'm not innocent in all of this. You can pull up all kinds of personal attacks that I've done in the past. But my point is this. Tim Black is the guy that opened my eyes up to not attacking people personally, and now he's doing the very thing that he taught me not to do. It's a little ironic. You know, it's worth talking about, but because Ron wasn't aware really of the whole situation, he hadn't heard Tim Black or what he'd said, and he hadn't heard the responses really. We didn't talk about it on the show. And it's nothing that I really wanted to talk about anyway. It's just you kind of have to. It's the elephant in the room, you know. Ron knows Tim Black personally. They've worked together. So, you know, just things that I think are worth bringing up after the fact. DC Fishing, Hippie Chick, Kristen, and Kevin. What's up, everybody? Hello. I'm going to go ahead and refresh the chat. I'm going to try to do a... well, let me get some water. Let me get some water really fast. Give me 1 second on that. I'm going to try to do a bar up here. Fuck me, man. Jesus fucking Christ. Water on my floor for no reason whatsoever. Okay, so no one is here, huh? Wow. All right, I guess nobody wants a show for 7:10 tonight. Holy shit. If I told you how few people were watching the show right now, you guys wouldn't believe me. What's up, Enoch? If I told you how few people were watching this show right now, you guys would not believe me. Go ahead, guess. Guess how many people are watching my show right now, guys? Oh, well, that just changed. Everything just changed. Never mind. Now the number went up. It just went up. 3. Now it's more than 3. 1, now it says... Patricio Guillermo Gregorio. Hey, Patricio. Hi, Patricio. Says 3. I'm sorry that you have a headache, man. I feel for you. It's going away. You know, I took 4 Advil about a half hour ago. I got in a bathtub, but I didn't even... You know how you get in a bathtub and you just kind of sink down in, the water goes up to your neck and you soak in it? I didn't do that, man. I got in the bathtub and I sat up. I didn't even let my legs get under the water. I just put my feet down and my butt, and that was it. I sat in the water. I was on the phone, you know, doing some, watching a video or whatever, and then my phone died. Ran out of power. And I was just sitting there in the tub, and I was like, I didn't feel like getting in the water, you know? Because I had this headache. And I just thought that if I soaked in the water, it would help it go away. Sometimes that works. But I just kind of felt like it wasn't going to work this time. And I'd already taken the 4 Advil, so I was like, dude, I went to sleep. This always happens to me, man. If I go to sleep and I'm starting to get a headache, it doesn't go away. It gets worse, man. I wake up and I still have it every fucking time. And I knew when I was going to sleep, I said to myself, man, I should take some Advil now. I don't like waking up with a fucking headache. But I've been told that drinking a lot of water, sometimes a headache is a sign of you're dehydrated a little bit. So, I mean, I wasn't outside working hard today. I mean, I guess I wasn't I? I got a surprise for you guys. Who can tell me what that is? What is my thumb pointing at? Can any tell me what my thumb is pointing at? I'll let you guys try to figure that out, and I'll get my bong ready for this fantastic moment. Fleckfield! Hi, everybody. I'm Phil Swift, and it's Fleckfield. I got the entire family of Fleckfield products. No, it's a can of Flex Seal. I thought you guys might like that. Hypocrite, a hypocrite, a hypocrite, a hypocrite. Century, 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 century. It's 7:10, everybody. Happy 7:10. Cheers. fries. Rubber in a can. Liquid rubber in a can. Cheers. Oh, wait. Here, I'll bring this up. Hello, Trendies. Trending Day reporting in live from Northern California, home of all things trendy. Whoa. This is the Ox Project from Orlando, Florida. They're kind of good. So much weight loss. So, I want to talk to you guys about a little bit about climate and what Barack Obama failed to do on climate. So check this out, okay, guys?
If you look at even what happened the last 24 hours, same thing, right? Joe Biden has tweeted out, climate is an emergency, we can't wait. And then within the same 24-hour window, he goes out and he calls for OPEC to increase the production of oil. Now, look, we have a serious problem with the world market and oil production, and if it's not produced in the United States, it'll be produced elsewhere, and how do we actually deal with that? Those are all legitimate questions. But there's obviously a fundamental contradiction when a president is saying, take climate change seriously, and then pushing for more oil production. That's what happened in the Obama era, and it was a disaster. If that happens again in this era, it will be an even worse disaster. Now, all of that is a bummer, but here's the silver lining, is that I think that politics has changed a bit since the Obama era. And you do have a handful of legislators who are now saying they are not going to pass the infrastructure bill unless a serious climate bill passes along with it. That kind of dynamic in Democratic politics really did not exist before. And so those legislators who are saying they're going to hold out, whether or not they actually follow through, and that's a big if they follow through or not, that is a huge thing. It could be a game changer.
Yeah, so David, how do we overcome, this is a point that Crystal's made over and over. I think Manchin is the head of one of the committees that's going to be in charge of stripping out a lot of these provisions on climate. And so I guess my question is, how do we overcome that? Is it like a bottom-up thing? Do we need bodies in the streets immediately to have any chance at all? Or is it, if these lawmakers that you just described, the left flank, if they hold the line, is that going to be enough to get something done? How do we get from point A to point B?
Well, I think it's all of the above. I think legislatively, I think that there's a lot of process being thrown here, the reconciliation bill and the infrastructure bill, but it's the basics are this. Joe Manchin and Kristen Sinema and conservative Democrats really want that infrastructure bill, that smaller bipartisan infrastructure bill, which doesn't have much climate stuff in it at all. They really, really want that. So the strategy here is that, and this is the so-called no climate, no deal strategy. The strategy is basically, we will not pass that bill until the bill with the climate stuff, the reconciliation bill, also passes. And it's kind of a game of chicken. And the idea is that the best leverage that you have...
With our lives hanging in the balance, you got to love that. You know, that's the payoff. It's us, you know? A game of chicken. Nice, huh?
On Joe Manchin is, if he wants that infrastructure bill...
If Joe Manchin could choke on a fucking chicken bone right now and drop dead, I would dance a 10-minute jig for you guys. Just facts.
And he will have to accept the reconciliation bill. And that, to me, that seems like just within this legislative battle here, this specific battle, that's what the no climate, no deal crew has to hold out for, and is saying they will hold out for. Now, look, we've been down this road before. I mean, the same crew
right on,
of progressive legislators did not hold out for a $15 minimum wage back in the first big Biden spending bill. So, again, whether or not they hold out is actually the big question. And whether or not they're really willing to play a game of chicken with Manchin is the question. And here's the thing, is that if they are willing to hold out, the best they can hope for, I think, is that it would mobilize the full force of the White House to put the screws on Manchin. In other words, the White House wants all these bills as well. So the way to actually mobilize the White House's apparatus is to say to the White House, if you don't fulfill our demands for that reconciliation bill, you're not getting any of this. And that mobilizes the White House.
I want to tell all of you right now what Joe Manchin's job is. And you know what? I seriously believe, I honestly believe, that corporations have recruited him to do this. To be the spoiler. To be the person who makes sure that no legislation ever goes through. Ever. Corporations needed that. Joe Biden promised them that nothing fundamentally would change, and he said that with the knowledge of knowing that Joe Manchin sits right in there ready to ruin every piece of legislation that goes across their desks. And I ask you this, where's Joe Biden with his magic pen like Donald Trump was doing? You know, holding up his stupid little fucking presidential bills that he was always doing. Why won't fucking Biden do that shit? I'll tell you why. Because he promised everybody, all the big money donors, don't worry, nothing fundamentally will change. That's what this is. That's what Joe Manchin is. And Joe Biden plays right along with it. Nancy Pelosi plays. They pretend that they're trying, oh, we want so bad. I want to help you people so bad, but we just can't because, you know, we've got these filibusters and we've got Joe Manchin and we've got corporations paying everybody off. And, you know, we're trying those so hard, Miss 200 Millionaire. She's trying so hard. I hope she chokes on a chicken bone too, right now. I'd dance a 10-minute jig. That's 20 minutes I'd dance for y'all.
To actually get the pressure.
And it wouldn't be none of that fucking lame-ass fucking Cult of Dusty dancing. What the fuck is this? What is this, Cult of Dusty? You know, it's like watching Elaine. Somebody said that to me the other day. Watching Cult of Dusty dance is like watching Elaine from Seinfeld dance. It's really bad. And for some reason, it's like a train wreck happening in slow motion and you can't look away. You just can't do it. You can't look away. You have to watch his dance moves. And if you've never seen it, I've got a name for his dance. I've got a name for his dance. But I'm not going to tell you what the name is because I love the man too much. But he is a horrible dancer. So, I mean, I can't be more serious about that. The man thinks that he's got some moves. You want me to show you? Okay, I'll pull it up. All right, he does it at the beginning of every live stream. Cult of Dusty. Cult of Dusty. Cult of Dusty. Okay, 8 minutes. An hour. Streamed 2 days ago. Here we go. Here's an hour. He's got an hour and 44-minute video. He'll be dancing at the beginning of this. I can't wait for you to see Dusty dancing. So, here you go, guys. This is Dusty dancing. I'm so excited for y'all to be seeing this. Like I said, you cannot look away. Once it begins, man. I know what you're thinking. You're like, yeah, man, he's getting warmed up and he's about to bust the moves. No. He just did all of his moves. He's literally already busting the moves. Watch. That's what he's doing. He's busting the moves right now. That's the dance. Okay. Now I did have one name for the dance, and I'm not gonna say that, but I've come up with a new name for the dance, and I'm gonna tell you what it's called. The new name is gonna be called "I Just Shot Heroin Dance." I mean, I'm ready for him to curl up in a fetal position and start sucking his thumb, man.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the goddamn greatest show on earth.
Now, I gotta tell you, I love Dusty. I love him. Anything I say in jest, that is all it is. It is just me doing some Big Brother style ribbing for him. I love this guy. None of you subscribe to his channel, and it breaks my heart because his live streams are fucking bomb. I have so much fun when he's live. I'm not live usually, man, because I'm watching him, and I really like his show. I just shot heroin. I just shot heroin dance. Anyway, that's the dance. He's got a great show. Check it out. You subbed? Oh, I don't ever see you in there when he's live, bro. You guys make sure you sign up for notifications with him so you guys know I'll be in there. He goes on at certain days, certain times, I believe. Like, I think he goes on Fridays. So I think he'll be live tomorrow night. I think it's Wednesdays and Fridays. Unlike me, I'm live every night for y'all. So whenever you need me, I'm here. Right? Always. When you need a show, just wait a few hours and one will be going live. It's like waiting on a tram. You're at the garden center, waiting on the Nay tram. It's gonna pull up into the station any moment, and we'll be taking off. So David Sirota is speaking about what a horrible failure government has done with trying to pass climate legislation. Let's let him continue here.
On the moderate part, the conservative wing of the Democratic Party.
Last question I wanted to ask you, David. I saw this conversation popping up on Twitter after Nina Turner lost in the Democratic primaries. Basically, like, you silly lefties, like, of course you're not going to win when y'all are running around criticizing Barack Obama, who's wildly popular in the Democratic base. Don't you know this isn't the way to get ahead in terms of politics?
I hate that
so I wonder
rhetoric.
if you could explain why.
You know, how dare you attack the golden child, our precious Barack Obama? How dare you have words, anything but praise for this man, you know? And I'm just like, hey man, let me write you a list, you know? By the time I'm home, you're going live again. Right on, Josh.
What you make of that criticism to start with, and why you think it's important to set the record straight about the reality, nuance.
Thank you for
good,
subbing,
bad,
Cole to
ugly,
Dusty. Let him know
all
I
of
sent
that
you.
of
Thank you,
the
Hippie
former
Chick.
president's actual legacy.
Well, look, I certainly think we
That's
live
the bell
in a
that you
year
subbed to
of
somebody.
identity politics, and the biggest, most powerful political identity has become party affiliation and party loyalty. That is the world we live in. It is lamentable. It is a product of decades of propaganda, corporate media propaganda, saying that the main thing people should focus on is red versus blue, and that race, the Ohio 11th district race, I mean, really did revolve around who is the most loyal person to the Democratic Party brand, not who is better on the issues, not who is going to fight for a $15 minimum wage or a Green New Deal, but literally who is more loyal, rhetorically speaking, to the Democratic Party establishment. And it's a kind of a tragedy that that's the way races are run. They're not really about issues anymore, and that's trickled down to the voters. And again, that's a product of that propaganda. And as it relates to former presidents, I mean, that's the ultimate loyalty test. Have you ever criticized a Democratic president, a former Democratic president? And my take is that there's a lot of education that needs to be done through media, through public information about the records of, we just talked about Barack Obama's record on climate. I mean, that is not really in the public consciousness. What actually happened is not really in even the consciousness, the mass consciousness of the Democratic primary electorate. And I don't think it's necessarily a good political strategy for a candidate
Thank you, John.
running for office to necessarily, that's not really the candidate's job to criticize former presidents, but it is the job of outside groups, of honest media critics, to do that public education. So that when a candidate says, listen, I think we need to have a better climate policy than we have under Barack Obama, that makes a whole lot of sense. I mean, that empirically makes a whole lot of sense, but politically it should make a whole lot of sense to be able to say that. But right now we're living in an environment where even if you say something like that, or as Nina Turner said, vis-a-vis Joe Biden, I will be a congressperson who will push him to deliver more. That was portrayed as apostasy, as blasphemy, as unacceptable. But we need to get to a politics where that's the kind of thing that we need from members of Congress.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. Again, I just want to tell everybody, David was out front, and Daily Poster was out front, breaking news on Cuomo, always following the money in terms of corruption, breaking stories at the
Bottom
Daily
of the
Poster
hour.
all the time. So if you
Josh,
guys are
cheers.
able, go over and subscribe to dailyposter.com.
No, I'll never go back there again, unless they gave me some kind of tools to, but they're not. You know, that is a free speech platform, and I totally support them in having that available for people. I totally support it existing. I support it in allowing people to use the words that and the names that they want to call themselves. It proved to me how awful some people really are. People are really shit. You know, I mean, John, I wanted that made me want to do violence to those people. You know? I mean, that's the best way I can say that. People are shit, and I don't have to expose myself to those people. You know? They're fine. If they're happy over there, and they want to do their thing, they're going to do it without me. It's not a dynamic. It's just pure filth. And like I said, I support it. I totally support it. It's not for me, man. You know, I'm not going to go in there again. I learned my fucking lesson. Fuck that shit. I support free speech, but I don't have to listen to it. You know? Remember that. Yeah. Hey, John, if those are the kinds of people, and those are the kinds of people that you want to subject yourself to, you're just as guilty. Think about it. You know, it was vulgar, and there's no point to that kind of rhetoric. But when y'all play into it like little sheep, you know, you think you guys are exercising free speech, but you're really being manipulated by racists to use their racist names as you they get off. They got their dicks in their hands. You know, they get off on that shit. And you, by just being there, contributing to it, you're just as guilty as the people that call themselves those names I won't even repeat on this show to say how awful they are. You know? Yeah. Well, you know, by you observing, you're participating. By you being there, you're participating. You know how I know that, John? Because you were one of the people that was there, or you're like one of the people that was there that wasn't participating, and I could see every single one of your names in a list of viewers, which isn't common for social media podcasting. Everyone should have that. You should be able to see every single person that's watching you. It's only fair. Well, I like that they have that there. That was cool. I could see everybody's name that was watching the show. And let me tell you something. Just that in itself isn't just your body being in there is one more number on that list that makes anybody that's a podcaster feed off of you and those numbers. You do participate. I don't know what BitChute is. So, oh, you've never been to Bitwave? What's BitChute? I'm glad that you weren't there, man, because it's vulgar. And if you saw it, if you were able to see the chat, what was being said, you'd see what I'm talking about if you're not aware of that. BitChute is like a free speech focused YouTube. I've never heard of it before. I know, right? Josh, I know, right? He says so many bits, coin, wave, shoot. It's getting overwhelming. But I think that's what we're headed into, Josh. You know, there's going to be a whole bunch of new services coming out because there's a whole bunch of new internet property that's been sold, you know? A lot of platforms out there, a lot of crypto-based platforms. You can only upload to BitChute. Yeah. Well, good for you, hippie chick. God, the sun is so beautiful. It's sad because it's because of smoke. But it's this orange color, guys. It's just this orange. It's the color of fire. The sun is the color of fire right now. It's just amazing through the trees. Wow, man. I wonder if I could get a picture of that. God, that's beautiful, man. You guys got to see this, man. I'm going to get a picture of this for you so you can see how gorgeous it sucks because it's from the smoke. But out here, we're used to seeing this all the time. The smoke changes the color of the sun. You sit on the sidelines and observe the toxic people. Yeah. Yeah. I got you. Man, I got a good shot of it for you guys. Holy shit, look at this.
So that is actually, it's actually translating really well. That is what the sun looks like. It is that color. And there's a nice shot of the girl here. That's crazy. That's what the sun looks like. It's kind of lost the orange. Yeah, it's kind of lost the orange now. It's more orange than that. There, it's that. It's more that orange right there.
6 p.m. tomorrow, we've got Savage, Joy, Marie, Mann. She will be here.
It's just sad. It's because, you know,
She does podcasting herself, and I enjoy watching her. I enjoy her tweets, too. She's really good on Twitter. Yeah, 6 p.m. my time. 9 o'clock East Coast. I'll just bring up our little chat and make sure she hasn't messaged me or anything to say she can't make it. Oh, man. Nine Eastern Standard. sure. Okay. 6 p.m. What's the air quality like? It's perfect, man. That smoke is up. It's up above where we are. We can't smell it. There's no ash. There's no smoke here. But it's up in the sky, really high up there. It's in the atmosphere. It's been blocking the sun all day. I could tell. I was outside. I could tell. You know, that's one of the things I was talking to Ron PLACONE about during that interview. I explained to him that our pollution blocks the heat of that sun. And he wants to go zero carbon emissions. And I said, we're going to melt the planet if we do. We're all going to die if we do that. Yeah, I didn't use those words to tell him that. I don't like talking to other people like that in interviews, you know. But I try to get the point across. And, you know, we got nothing to worry about. You know, China's not going to shut down. India's not going to shut down. So even if the United States were to completely shut down all emissions, we're going to have plenty of pollution to protect us. And we need it. Until we can figure this shit out, we need it. You know? I wonder how hot we would be if we didn't have... Man, that'd be a great question to ask Dr. Guy McPherson. But see, this is what's fucked up. If we didn't have CO2, would the planet be cooler? If man didn't exist on this planet, there's no way it would have heated up so fast. So we wouldn't need CO2 to block the extra heat because the CO2 caused it. It's fucking psychotic. The CO2 caused the heating of the planet. Anyway, listen, guys, I'm cutting this one short. Numbers dropped off. People are bored. I would have smoked all hour. I would have had a blast with y'all. But my audience doesn't seem to want to hang out and chill. So I've only been live for 40 minutes. I usually don't cut them this short, but I can't justify staying on with this few people watching, man. I'm just I'm a little disappointed. And I had a headache when I started, and it's totally gone now. My headache's totally gone. Nick says keep it open. Stephen Culbertson says keep it open. I like to see that. Nick Brown corrects it and says keep it open. Smoke isn't affecting your air. No, it's fine. It might be affecting it to the point that that's why I had the headache. But it also might be the fact that I've been drinking a lot of caffeine lately. You know, unsweetened tea is full of caffeine and coffee. You know, I was having both the other night. I was having tea and coffee. Was that last night? I can't remember. My numbers just shot up. If you guys share this around, maybe I'll stick around. You share this around, maybe I'll stick around. Get me some people here, people. Share it in some music-loving groups. You know? When you wake up in the morning, you hear the work bell ring, and they march you to the table. You see the same old thing. There ain't no food up on the table. There ain't no pork up in the pan. But you better not complain, boy. You get in trouble with the man. But let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. Yonder come Miss Rosie, how the world you know. By the way she was apron and the clothes she wore. A piece of paper and an umbrella on her shoulder, a piece of paper in her hand. She come see the governor, she wanna free her man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. If you're ever in Houston, oh, you better do the right. Oh, you better not gamble. Oh, you better not fight at all. Oh, the governor will grab you and the boys bring you down. Oh, next thing I know, boy, oh, you're prison bound. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine an ever-loving light on me. I had a headache when I started this song. I mean, this live stream. Still do kind of a little bit. It's not that bad.
sidewalks, silent night, bring the evening deep inside. Hold me, darling, touch me now, let the feelings free tonight. Love is on the way, I can see it in your eyes. Let's give it one more try tonight, baby. Love is on the way, I can see it in your eyes. Let's give it one more try tonight. Time of season wipes the tears. No rhyme, no reason, no more fears. Are we dreaming? Far behind. You are here and everything's alright. Love is on the way, I can see it in your eyes. Let's give it one more try tonight, baby. Love is on the way, I can see it in your eyes. Let's give it one more try tonight. And in the morning I'll be gone away. All the things I've left behind. If you need me, I'll come night or day. Stop the hands of time. Alone, listless, breakfast table in an otherwise empty room. Young girl, violence, center of her own attention. The mother screams aloud, child tries to understand it, tries to make her proud. The shades go down the faded room. Can't feel that something's wrong. Don't call me daughter, not dead too. The pictures kept remind me. Don't call me daughter, not dead too. The pictures kept remind me. Don't call me. call me daughter, not fit to. The pictures kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to be. The picture kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to. The pictures kept will remind me. Don't call me daughter, not fit to be. The pictures kept will remind me. Don't call me. The shed's going down, going down. The shed's going down, go down, go down, go down. Ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. Fritter and waste the eyes in a fallback way. Hanging around on a piece of ground in your own town. Short of breath, one day closer to death. Home, home again. I like to be here when I can. When I get home, I'm so tired. It's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the field, the towing of the iron bell. People to them. I like that part of that song. I've never played that before in my life. Home, home again. I've never gotten that far through the song before. I guess I should get the lyrics, work my way through the whole song. I like just jamming it a little bit. Taking away. What key is it starting? I forgot. Taking away the moments to make up a dull day. Better waste the hours in an old bad way. Banging around on a piece of ground in your hometown. Shorter of breath, one day closer to death. Time is short, Lord is understood. And then one day you find 10 years have gone behind you. No one told you where to run. You missed the starting gun. And it goes dun 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 dun. What is that little refrain? Dun 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 dun. Then the women are singing. Oh. When you rise alive and your peace undone and you don't lie. I don't know what the fuck he's saying right there. I should get the words, man. Let's do that. What song is that? Well, I don't even know the name of the fucking song. Time? Time, Pink Floyd lyrics. Okay. And you run to catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. Yeah. Racing around to come up behind you again. The sun is the same in a relative way, but you're older. Shorter of breath, one day closer to death. Every year is getting shorter. Never seem to find the time. Plans that either come to naught or half a page of scribbled lines. Hanging on in quiet desperation is the English way. The time is gone, the song is over. I thought I'd something more to say. Home again. I like to be here when I can. When I come home cold and tired, it's good to warm my bones beside the fire. Far away across the field, the tolling of the iron bell calls the faithful to their knees. Hear the softly spoken magic spells. That's it. Home, home again. I like to be here. What did I miss? There was one other. It's not a long song. I thought it was a super long song, but it's not. Tired of lying in the sunshine, staying home to watch the rain. You are young and life is long, and there is time to kill today. And then one day you find 10 years have got behind you. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. And you run, catch up with the sun, but it's sinking. That's it. Every year's getting shorter, never seem to find the time. Plans that either come or not. Yeah. You alright, buddy? We good? You good, Harles? Everything alright? No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. No one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. Yes, I've seen Pink Floyd live. Adam Benson and I saw Pink Floyd live together, actually. Movable C chord. You forgot your topping off the pool? Jeez, I hope I don't have anything running. Here I'm standing in my blanket of clouds. Oh, dreaming aloud. Josh, you're such a fucking idiot. You didn't even mention the best goddamn decade of all, bro. Really? How about none of the above, motherfucker? So disrespectful. Josh, that was so disrespectful. What a disrespectful question. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't place I'm going to. Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man, play a song for me. I'm not sleepy and there ain't no place I'm going to. It's rumored now, Texas town, at that shack outside the grain. You know what I'm talking about? Just let me know if you wanna go to the home out on the range. You know, that's good. Have mercy. Well, every time, if you got the time and a chance to get yourself in, I heard it's pretty tight, close to every night. But now I might be mistaken, yeah. What's up, you little sphinxy sphinx? If I had my time again, I would do it all the same and not change a single thing, even if I was to blame. Through the heartache and the pain, yeah, I had my share. I would love to be your man through the laughter and the tears. A situation nowhere. Rush for my change of atmosphere. I think they want to I give in. Got to get myself right out of here. A situation nowhere. Rush fully grown, and I know where it's at. Somehow I stayed thin, while the other guys got fat. Through the heartache and the pain, yeah, I have my share. Well, I'd love to be a friend, even when I'm not there. A situation no when, touch for the change of atmosphere. I can't go on, so I give in. within. I forgot the words to this song. I used to know it. What was the other one I used to know too? So there's problems in your mind. That's fucked up. What's the other song from Alice in Chains that I used to play? I can't remember. Huh. Hey, I'm not ever going home. Hey, I'll just wander my own road. Hey, I can't meet you here tomorrow. No, misery so hollow. Say goodbye, don't follow. Hey, you living life full throttle. Hey, you pass me down that bottle. Hey, you can't mess me around now. No, it's so lost I don't know now. Hurts to care, I'll go now.
that again. Take me home. That was a little better. I gotta try it again. Take me home. That's hard to do. Take me home. Say goodbye, don't follow. You guys want to smoke some bong rips? I got one packed. What about y'all? Who wants to smoke one right now? This guy does. This guy does. Let's do it. Let's put this guitar up. Take a swig of water. Trendy Philip 2.0. Okay, buddy. And pass me down that bottle. You can't mess me around now. No, no. It hurts to care. I'll go now. No, what did he say before that? What's he say before that, man? You can't mess me around now. Oh no, I think I'll go now. It hurts to care, I'll go now. What's he saying that one line right there? Cheers, guys. Cat wants me to feed again. All right, what's up, pussycat? How about some heartbeat? I can't. I sang it, now I can't remember. Hey, Tula, I'll just look it up really fast. Well, forgot my woman and lost my friends, the things I've done and where I've been. It's gonna be, Don't follow Alice in Chains lyrics. What's he say? I get so lost I don't know now how. I think I said that. Get so lost I don't know how. And it hurts to care at all now. Oh, it says at all now? I thought he says hurts to care, I'll go now. Hurts to care at all now or hurts to care, I'll go now? I wonder which it is. Huh. Alright, he says, sleep in sweat, the mirror's cold. Okay. Forgot my woman, lost my friends, things I'd done, and where I've been. Sleep in sweat. I thought it was steeped in sweat. The mirror's cold. Steeped in sweat. It says sleep in sweat. It's not sleep in sweat. It's steeped in sweat. This is bullshit, man. These lyrics are bunk. Fuck you, Google. Steeped in sweat, no reason why. Steeped in sweat. The mirror's cold. See my face, it's growing old. Scared to death, no reason why. Do whatever that gets me by. It says do whatever to get me by. I thought he was that gets me. This is all fucked up.
Think about the things I've said. It says thinks about the things I said. Read the page. It's cold and dead. Think about the things I said. I thought he says wake up and it's cold and dead. It says read the page. I thought it was wake up. And it's cold and dead. Huh. These lyrics are so fucking different than what I thought they were. Let me go to another one. Okay. I just want to remind everyone, hey, I can't meet you here tomorrow. Say goodbye, don't follow. Misery so hollow. Oh, I had that backwards. Okay. Living life full throttle. Pass me down that bottle. You can't shake me round now. I've been saying mess me round now. You can't shake me round now. I think that's right. Hey, you got this bowl pack now? What's up? Cheers. Hey, you can't shake me around now. I get so lost. I don't know how. It hurts to care. I'm going down? Dude, everybody's got different lyrics for this. Forgot my woman, lost my friends, things I'd done, and where I've been. Sleep in sweat. This one says sleep in sweat, too. I always thought it was steeped in sweat. Sleep in sweat, the mirror's cold. See my face, it's growing old. Forgot my woman, sleep in sweat, the mirror's cold. Sleep in sweat. Huh. Okay, I'll have to listen to it. Cheers. The chat room's up. I've got Discord, man. Nays Garden at Discord. Nays Garden hashtag 1766. Steeped in sweat? I don't know, man. Rand Paul's been censored by YouTube for disinformation. Huh.
This is actually a good transition to the next segment because New York Times, you know, any of...
Until you tried to announce it, Crystal, and then you fucked it up. Where's Billy Ballantyne at? He would have laughed his fucking ass off at that. Billy! Billy, are you here, Billy? Let me know. This is funny as shit. Watch this if you're here, Billy. Watch this, buddy. Oh, wait. Is today Friday? No, tomorrow is. Okay, cool. I was thinking about Ninja going live.
Good transition to the next segment because New York Times...
This is a good transition to the next section because
This is actually good transition to...
This actually good
transition to the next segment. This actually good transition to the next segment.
Kyle looks over briefly and with concern and realizes, oh, I can't do that.
This actually good the next segment transition to this actually good transition This actually good transition. This actually good transition. This actually good transition. This actually good transition. This actually good transition.
Hey everybody, it's this actually good transition crystal ball on Breaking Points. It's this actually good transition crystal ball. That's her name. This actually good transition. This is so funny.
This actually good transition. 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 This actually good transition to this actually good transition to this actually good transition to the next segment because New York Times, you know, any of these other outlets, Axios, that are putting out their own misinformation, they never get censored or called on it. They're allowed to put out their, like, you know, their version of the overcautious scaremongering misinformation, but Rand Paul, who recently did a video questioning the efficacy of cloth masks, had a very different experience.
Yeah, so Rand Paul has been banned from YouTube for a week, or I guess suspended is the terminology.
Medical
that they're using,
misinformation.
and they're claiming it's for COVID misinformation. So guys, go ahead and throw that first graphic.
1 week's ban.
Here you see it. This
Three-
is from NBC.
3
Just
month
in,
fucking
YouTube
strike.
suspends Senator Paul over a video falsely claiming masks are ineffective against COVID-19. The lawmaker has described the suspension as a badge of honor. Okay, so here's some of what he said. He tweeted this: left-wing cretins at YouTube.
All right. I don't know if I could play what he's gonna say. Let me.
Kind of funny.
I wish they were left wing.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. Liberal elites is better.
I might have to mute this.
Left-wing cretins at YouTube banning me for 7 days for a video that quotes 2 peer-reviewed articles saying cloth masks.
Yeah, I can't let him say what he's about to say. I don't even know what he's gonna say, man. But I can't play it on my YouTube channel.
To a video, it's the original video, but he's linking to an alternate platform where it's still allowed. And YouTube indicated that examples of the offending content in the video include the line, quote, most of
Okay, I can't play this either because YouTube sucks my dick.
trying to shape human behavior isn't the same as following the actual science, which tells us that cloth mask. I do want to point out
I've got to
that
skip over
Biden's
that.
former COVID advisor, the epidemiologist Michael Osterholm, and this guy, by the way, is also the director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. This guy's an expert's expert.
Mm-hmm.
He said the same thing on CNN about a week ago. He was talking to Christiane Amon.
And once again, he's going to say the thing, and I can't play the thing that he's going to say. This is so obnoxious. Let me get rid of this. This is so fucking stupid that I can't play this for you guys. It's so stupid that I can't play this for you guys. It's so stupid that I can't play this for you guys, man. I'm just like, wow. Wow, man. Yeah, I can't play this. It's too bad because I'm kind of interested in it. Get a strike on my channel for medical misinformation. That's for YouTube. That's for shit lips over there at YouTube and all the re-crew. The Climate Pledge Con. How you're propping up big business.
Governments are keen to tell us how much they care about climate change and the kind of measures they're putting in place to attack this issue that they apparently care so much about. But does what they say and what they do tally up? Let's have a look at what's going on. The UK was one of the first countries in the world to set a goal of reaching net zero emissions by 2050. But Boris Johnson has failed to set out a plan for the UK to reach that target. Also, the UK gives $10.5 billion a year to support fossil fuels in the UK. Craig Bennett from Friends of the Earth said, It's astonishing that the UK government is still throwing taxpayers' money at some of the world's largest oil and gas companies. G20 nations have funneled 3.3 trillion into fossil fuel subsidies since 2015. What interests me about this is the idea that fossil fuels and traditional systems of energy are presented as a viable business model. Whether you believe that they are responsible for the degradation and decimation of the earth or not, you have to see that the way that they're presented is profitable and necessary. If something is held up by subsidy, then that's welfare. And I'd rather that welfare went to helping ordinary people rather than propping up broken industries and companies that can't operate by the rules that they claim are the rules that we should all live by. Poor are you? Homeless are you? Can't cope? Well, got to cope with capitalism. American dream. That's your own. You've got to cope on your own house. You should then. If you can't cope without subsidies, your business model doesn't work. You know, my business model has to work on a certain basis. I bet your business model has to work on a certain basis. The G20 agreed in 2009 to phase out fossil fuel subsidies, but no binding date was set. Why is it so difficult to bring these policies to bear? Well, perhaps because of the ongoing lobbying. For example, in the UK, £400,000 was donated to the governing UK party over the last year. And in spite of making these claims about a new, green, conscientious model, is allowing drilling in the North Sea, despite a government pledge to tackle carbon emissions, as long as they pass a climate compatibility test. So they will allow drilling in the North Sea as long as you can pass a climate compatibility test. I don't feel that that test is going to be reliable or any more difficult than passing the cycling proficiency test. What have you got to do to pass a climate compatibility test? Wear a T-shirt with a tree on it.
This government is delivering a fantastic agenda in tackling climate change. We lead the world in going for a zero-carbon approach.
I suppose now, like when I sort of see parliamentary process or governmental stuff sort of taking place, like I feel like I'm watching a mad play or something. It doesn't seem real, and the reason is because it isn't real. It is a form of theatre. On the micro daily level, the stuff that they say doesn't really mean anything, and then on a macro level, you can see that in spite of changes between administrations, wherever you are in the world, nothing
status quo.
The interests of
nothing fundamentally changes.
Institutions continue to be prioritised over the needs of ordinary people and indeed the environment. And this is just another example of that corruption. Claims for zero emissions will be made because it's sort of fashionable, but billions of dollars in subsidies will be provided to companies that are at odds with the promises that are being made publicly.
You guys, I'll see y'all in the morning.
Yet more newly
you guys take care. Love y'all.
Today, we are announcing
bye, everybody.
Our £860 million first tranche of our huge commitment to spending £5.2 billion on flood defences and flood protection.
It's mad, and that's just accepted that there's going to be floods and that. It's going to be floods. Oh, should we make some changes? Yeah, I'm going to build a wall on that, keep the flood out.
This is all about mitigating the impact of climate change, but is your government acting rapidly enough to deal with the root causes of the problems here, to decarbonise, to hit those net zero targets? Because the Climate Change Committee doesn't think you are.
I like watching the flooding minister sort of chew through that. Oh no. Oh, this is a question I don't really know how to answer. Bollocks. I don't even come here. I don't want to be a flooding minister. I was a little girl growing up, wanted to get in politics, do things that meant something. Now I've just got to stand here in front of a bridge and some blokes in high-vis jackets and make up a lie in response to this question. Well, let's do it then.
Yeah, so we're responding to all of those comments made by the Climate Change Committee, and indeed, actually, a great deal has happened since they published that report.
Also, it's quite windy, actually. It was probably set up some wind farms.
But this government is doing more than almost any other country to commit to this new future that we've got to deal with.
Oh, the whole new future requires billions of pounds worth of subsidies to failing industries.
Last week, this programme revealed one of America's biggest oil companies trying to water down US climate action.
Did we aggressively fight against some of the science? Yes.
I do aggressively fight against science. Yeah, get the hell out you are, you fucking...
Greenpeace UK's investigative unit revealed that ExxonMobil isn't just lobbying here on Capitol Hill, it's also central to efforts to pressurise the British government to reposition gas as a vital part of the solution to tackling climate change, even though all the science tells us the opposite is true.
These kind of corporations now might seem like sort of antiquated little darlings from yesteryear in the face of Google and Apple and the behemoths of Silicon Valley, but it seems, at least around this issue, that they wield incredible power. And I suppose, for me, what is significant here is people's willingness to cling on to power and profit in the face of all odds, and their ability to do that through government relationships, ongoing lobbying, and deceptive rhetoric around solutions being pursued that plainly aren't being followed at all.
Freedom of information requests obtained by Greenpeace Unearth revealed that it was in Houston last year that the UK government was being lobbied over its presidency of the upcoming Global Climate Summit.
Man, you think they redacted enough information off of that fucking document? Holy shit.
Over dinner, ExxonMobil, Shell, BP, Chevron and Equinor met with the then UK Trade Minister Conor Burns.
Why is all this happening at a dinner anyway? If you're going to have these crony lobbying conversations, have them in a bland, open plan, awful glass and steel office. Don't have it while being served wine and whipping a plate lid off. Ta-da! This is my main course. Yeah, it's £500,000.
To press for the UK to be more lenient about the role of gas. The Houston consulate told officials in London, these companies want to work with the UK, but they need support from governments like ours so they can be seen as a vital part of the solution to future energy provision.
Could you support us in being seen as part of the solution of energy provision? That's how it works, isn't it? It's so sort of coded and illicit and full of, like, innuendo. Would you mind awfully if we were seen as part of the solution? Why is it that it's not plain conversation about resources, consequences of particular types of energy, the nature of government and power? The whole thing is farcical and theatrical, and I think that's what creates a sort of apathy, distrust and disconnection around politics. Oh, there's nothing we can do. What's the point anyway? Well, I suppose with this particular issue, particularly if you're in the UK, you can sign a petition to ensure that organisations, institutions, corporations that continue to pollute are forced to pay for those emissions. The link's in the description if you want to click it.
Shell said, we make no apology for talking to policymakers and regulators around the world about climate change and how to tackle it. Business must be part of the solution.
In a sense, that isn't part of the solution, though, is it? And I suppose this continual gripping to power, gripping to these old ideas when they're evidently defunct, is part of what's obviously part of what's preventing us progressing in a meaningful direction. What hope is there for democracy? What hope is there for real change when really power is exchanged and enforced at a dinner?
The Foreign Office in London said the dinner in Houston was a routine engagement.
It's a routine engagement. We're always having dinners. We're bored of them. It's a routine.
Focused on the importance of the transition to a clean energy future. We were not lobbied.
Well, there you go. Further evidence that politics doesn't take place at polling booths, doesn't involve you. It's something that takes place at dinners between politicians and lobbyists and powerful transnational corporations, regardless of whether or not it has a negative impact on you and costs you money because of the subsidies required to prop up those businesses. Lies, corruption, deception, and a lovely dinner. That's politics these days. If you want to ensure that these companies have to pay money for polluting rather than continuing to receive subsidies from you, then you can click on the link in the description and sign that petition. If you enjoyed this video, please comment below, or if you didn't enjoy it, you can comment below and tell us about whatever you want. I'm engaged in a dialogue with you. I've already decided that I love you. Every week, remember, I do a podcast, Under the Skin, on Luminary.
I've already decided that I love you. I love that, man. They said that. You guys take care. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.